With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Good 18, Gator. Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Now. Shoot.
On first down, it's Young. Space to maneuver at the 40. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Where's 52? 52's the mic. Slam. Take four. One go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The open man is sharp. It's complete. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That speaks loudly in volumes.
Allen's throw is complete, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey. 52. Four down. Switch. 5 wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Check 52's the mic. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Regular. 50 Smith. Let's go one more. 5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Where's 52? Watch 52. Middle. This is the mic. Too little, cut. Kill. Go. Hey, turn it up. Mike, hey, tight. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. That's it.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On 1st and 10, Lynn. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Buying time to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Back to throw. Lynn. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Young. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a 1st down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
He's crashing. Just checking Craig. Pass. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff looking right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch Mike. All day, punk. Hey, team 6. So we got man.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. On first down, Young. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Set, ready? 30 base. I'm here all day. Rock it. Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on first down. Lynn. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Looking to throw. Lim. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
56. That's it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Caught. It's Wilson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Watch the slap. 85. Pass 85. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
On first down, Allen. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Allen now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From midfield, here's Allen. Eluding and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. On play action, Allen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 13. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lynn. And a throw right sideline is complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's going to rifle one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 31, Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go now. 30 base. General West. Trick that ball.
Now a give right side. Young. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 3rd down, Lynn. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Young. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
25, check 25, check 20. Middle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down. Alert, alert, alert. 4 down. Chance. Hey, you draw quarters. Check 24. Go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You're talking about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off play action. Lynn. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hurry.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get to the end zone as well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now this time, Allen will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Set the tone, defense. Alert, alert, alert. Slam, slam, slam.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Allen looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid really the whole... And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. Back to throw. Lynn flushed out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Allen. Caught by Wilson. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back, they can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Here's Allen. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. From the gun, it's Allen. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Young, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Young, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a give right side. Young. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Ready? 60 out, more. Let him know. Let him know.